What's up, guys? I'm Nick with Martech Engineering, and this week we're out at beautiful Sand Hollow. Myself and my buddy Austin are out here wheeling, and I figured there'd be no better time than to give you guys a build breakdown of this truck. Austin's had this thing for like 10 years now, and this thing started off pretty much stock, and it's gotten its way to this. So we're out here with Austin Gordon, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his truck.
So it's a 1981 Toyota pickup. I got it when I was like 14 from my godfather, and it was a pretty clean truck. It was spray painted black when I got it because some of his buddies back in the day at Spider Lake at Rubicon thought it'd be a good idea to like paint the wheels in the exo cage hot pink.
Hell yeah.
So he spray painted it black, like very poorly. But when I got it, I cut the exo cage off and repainted it to its original color, white, because I hate spray painted black vehicles. It really bugs me. As you can see, still clean, one owner vehicle. So.
And when you got the truck, was it bone stock, or what was done to it when you got it?
It had cases, ARB front with 30 spline Longfield, like Bobby Long axle shafts, and a Detroit in the rear and 488 gears. So it was like just enough to where like a 14-year-old kid get much trouble.
Like the perfect high school truck.
Yeah, exactly.
Just enough to get you in trouble.
Yeah. Drove this truck to high school, took her to prom, and drove it to graduation. My dad had like just finished doing his 1-tons and the rendition on his truck. We had a 3-link setup just laying in the side yard, like with the housing and everything set up for standalones. So we did that on my spring break and just got it over with. Skipped 63s altogether.
Just straight to links.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong there.
Yep. But all of those mounts are still there today.
The original ones?
Yeah.
They're still being used?
Yeah, they're really sketchy.
Damn. From when you were 16?
Yeah, like 16-year-old kid had no idea what I was doing. None of the tabs are like rounded off or anything. They're all square and ugly. Yeah, that's gonna get cut off when I get home. Since I cut the exo cage off of it and I was starting to get a little older and more curious about like driving up big rocks, we decided it was a good idea to put a cage in it, which I didn't do the internal cage myself. We just dropped it off with Philip Remington 870 fabrication. My core support was starting to crack and fall off. The 22R had a dead hole, didn't run good, but picked up a 22RE for $500. Cut the clip off, tied the front end into the A-pillar, all that good stuff, and put a winch on it. Didn't hook it up for like 3 years though.
No big deal.
It was just there for show. After that, I did cut the back off and go to air shocks. It got to its current state, 1-tons, not stickies. I got some really cheap wheels and tires, some Pitbull rockers, and some Battleborn wheels, the same wheels that are still on it, for $1,200.
Hell yeah. From Josh.
Yep.
That was a score. I remember that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, damn, dude, that was a good deal.
Yeah, he hooked me up for sure. I wheeled it like that for a long time and beat it pretty hard until the doors fell off of it, basically. And then I did door bars and the boat sides, which I think is one of the best things that I've done to it so far. It made the truck look so much better than it did with the doors.
Yeah.
The doors looked really bad, just all caved in.
Yeah, now they're just skins, dude. They
Yeah.
look so good. They look like they're meant to be.
Yeah, exactly. Looks good. So it's got a Dodge Dana 60 front, Dana 70 rear, because when I originally built it, it had a Toyota transfer case, so I put 617 ring and pinion, so it took a little bit of the load off the T-case. Right now, currently, it has 586 gears in the front because I blew up my ring and pinion yesterday. And one of the Canadians who's down here for Trail Hero, Spencer, he gave me a ring and pinion to put in it, so we slammed that in there yesterday. But it's a spool with a Yukon 4340 chromoly shafts with their super joints, and then it's just a East Coast gear supply drive slugs. I did have the Yukon hubs on this, but it's a trailer queen now, so there's not really any point. PSC 2.5-inch 8-inch throw ram, some reed knuckles that I got used that somebody had cut the front of it off So I had to build my own double shear and all of that stuff. The 70 has a 35 spline Detroit in the back because I couldn't find the Unicorn 70 HD that has the 35 spline shafts already. So those are actually Yukon. They're cut to length shafts. I think that's about it for the axles. Battleborn wheels, TSL, Super Swamper, Stickies, 43s. Best tire there is.
Best tire there is. And you got some water in the front tires too, right?
Yep. I did finally put water in them, and it seems to have made a huge difference. I had water with my pit bulls, but it's not a sticky tire, so it just didn't really seem to do anything.
So you put water in it on Tuesday, broke the ring and pinion on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, custom 4-link. It's got a cross member in between the frame rails that all the links mount to. So I had to do a 2-piece front drive line with a pillow block bearing, which works okay. Wish I didn't have that, but
is what it is.
Yep. And then the rear is it's really weird actually. It's a Y-link. People always look at this thing and they always trip out. They're like, what is that? Yeah, it's super old school, like early 2000s rock crawling technology that needs to get updated. The mounts were already there on the frame, and I had all the links and everything, and I was just trying to get it done as cheap as possible.
Yeah.
So I just ended up going with a 3-link. I'm gonna end up 4-linking it and shortening the wheelbase and actually having correct link geometry. It's gonna be pretty sick.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
So what's your current wheelbase?
119 inches.
Okay. And what's your desired wheelbase?
I want to go to like 112, 113, which is a stock long bed Toyota.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kicking it back to the original.
Yep, yep.
And do you want the shorter wheelbase so you can kind of steer a little bit tighter in the more technical stuff?
Yeah, like getting into tight areas. This thing is so big. Like to get up through a crack and have to turn, it just doesn't work.
It's a whole different driving style.
Yeah, you have to do it super weird compared to somebody with a short wheelbase who can just come through there.
Yeah. With my Tacoma, I went from 117 to 135. And it took me like 2 years of driving it to finally be like, oh, that's where my rear end is.
Yeah, way back there.
Yeah, way back
It's got
there.
its
You're
own
like,
area code.
stay higher, stay higher. And you're
Yeah.
like, I need to turn. Nope, I'm not turning yet.
Yeah,
Stay
exactly.
higher, stay higher. And on top of that, you also dubbed this thing front and rear, right?
Yep, completely cut the inside of the bed out, pinched it pretty aggressively, and then the front, I think it only took like probably 6 or 8 inches out of the hood, so like 4 or 3 inches on each side. But it's still, I hit the front all kinds of stuff.
It's inevitable no matter what,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, I don't really hit the bed sides anymore. They're pretty far in there, but yeah, the front still gets beat.
Ah, it's consumable.
So now it's got a G52 Trans 5-speed to a crawl box. To
Toyota crawl box?
Yeah, Toyota crawl box to Atlas, 4.3 Atlas.
Nice.
So I can do front dig and all that cool stuff.
So we're inside this thing and you got a bunch of sticks in here. The people need to know what's going on.
So this is Atlas shifters. This is front and rear. So basically it's just low, neutral, high. You can pull the rear out, pull the front out, do basically whatever you want. You just can't do front only in high range, which is okay.
Smart.
Yeah. The crawl box, so basically like it's basically a 4-speed Atlas in a sense. It's just a lot weaker. So like if I'm crawling doing something super technical, I'll put that in to be lower. And then yeah, basically just the Atlas low, high.
Yeah. And putting that crawl box in low gives you a little more control of the vehicle, allows you to kind of take your time a little bit more.
Yeah, not have to slip the clutch as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your truck thanks you.
Yeah, exactly. Wheelwood cutting brake over here for when you're front dig, lock up the rear tires so it'll actually
Pivot on you.
around. Yeah. Yeah, I put off doing that for a while and it
You got it done, you're like, why did I wait so long?
Yeah, exactly.
That's everything, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Got some PRPs in this thing, some harnesses.
Oh yeah, dude. Heated seats.
Damn. Was that a factory option in the 80s?
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yep.
I absolutely love it. All the stickers everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And as you guys can see, this truck has got some character. I think that's my favorite thing about this truck is it's got kind of heavy duty sheet metal. So even though it's wrinkled to all hell, you can tell exactly what it is. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got the big boat sides here. What size, what thickness plate is this on the sides?
It's a 3/16. There's a lot of structure behind it.
To keep it from just crushing in.
Yeah, I think there's like 6 vertical tubes, and then there's a horizontal tube in the middle. Of all of
Damn, you weren't messing around.
that. Yeah, I knew they were gonna get beat.
And then you took a stock cross member and modified it to fit your Atlas, right?
Yep. So yeah, you probably saw it. I cut that section out and built a little cover for it. On the boat sides, I shaved the outside so it wasn't hanging out. Drilled a hole in the frame and welded a nut in there so it still had 3 bolts on each side.
Yeah.
So it didn't fall off.
And it's holding up good.
Yep.
I love it, dude. And there you have it. I want to give a big thanks to you, Austin, for showing us your truck. I've been loving this thing, dude, since you got it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think everywhere we go, it gets so much attention. People look at it and they're like, damn, that's a solid raisin. And the
Yeah.
fact that you can drive the shit out of it, I think makes it 10 times better. So we are actually out here about to run a trail called The Maze. And that's going to do it for today's video, everybody. So if you liked it, let me know. If you don't like it, keep that to yourself. I'm not trying to hear that right now. But if you're not already following us, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and stay tuned because we got plenty more of this stuff coming.
I was out like beating it when I was 16.
Let's fucking go!